I need a break. Give me a second.
Doctor, the camera's on.
Oh yeah, I forgot. D-1589 kept forgetting to turn on his camera, so we set it to trigger whenever he sat down. Oh my god, am I really that heavy? Guess I need to go on a diet. You know, I can't believe he's gone. When I figure out who authorized him to participate in an experiment with SCP-263, I'll make sure they're the next contestant on Cash or Ash. Wait, what's this? And then Dr. Newbie came in and said, "Oh, Biff, you are my hero. You are the smartest and the nicest and the coolest, and I want to be just like you. Please become a member of the Oath." That moron was writing a play. God.
Maybe they didn't think he'd burn up all the way.
Didn't think he'd burn up all the way. Have you seen all the greasy food he eats? I'm surprised he doesn't spontaneously combust on a daily basis. You know, I'm actually going to miss that greasy moron.
I'm sure they had a good reason. Maybe they thought he'd answer all the questions correctly.
Answer all the questions correctly? Is today your first day? Frankly, I'm surprised he got one right. And that's only because he was the answer. There's no way he was going to get all the questions correct. Unless, of course, they did the experiment in a KFC or McDonald's, I guess.
What's that now?
SCP-263 always asks questions about its surroundings. In this case, it asked about the SCP Foundation. It can ask about anything, including level 5 clearance questions. You know, I get what they were thinking. They figured if anyone could get a reaction from SCP-263-1, it would be D-1589. I get that. But the risk didn't match the reward. We already know what happens if you fail and if you pass. We knew he was going to fail, and his ashes would be teleported away. And now we've lost him. I have a stack of requests in my inbox of more suitable experiments. Why choose this one? It just doesn't make any sense. Oh well. Let's get back to work. We don't need this space any longer. Dr. Newbie? What? How? Okay, thanks. Alright people, put it all back. He's back somehow. I cannot wait to hear this log. Have I had a day. Just look at this uniform. It looks exactly like my old one, but it's not. It's a new one, and it's still crappy. Hey, Doc, can I get a uniform that doesn't look like it was made by a 3-year-old on drugs? Between that and getting reduced to a pile of ash, it's been a pretty bad day. It all started when I went into a room with an old TV. Some doctor I don't even know told me to turn it on. I thought, hey, I can use a TV break. Maybe check out this Tiger King thing everyone's talking about. But when I turned it on, it was a black and white old jobber. It showed an old-fashioned TV studio with some Drew Carey look-alike dork who said something about a new contestant. The name of the show sounded interesting, Cash or Ash, so I decided I'd watch for a while. Plus, I am incredibly smart, so I like trivia shows. You know, to show off my big brains. Kind of like the total package. Anyway, George McFly says, "What is SCP-682's least favorite meal?" I know this. I am this. But I want to see the contestant answer, so I play it cool. Strangely, they only show the dork, and he's just looking at me. He says, 30 seconds left, and I'm like, where the hell is the contestant? Well, I'm sick of waiting, I ain't got all day, so I'm like, I'm SCP-682's least favorite meal. You know, having someone claw their way out from inside your stomach, that's gonna do that to you. No reaction, then Poindexter says, 15 seconds left, and he's still staring at me. I'm like, fine, it's D-1589, aka Biff the Super Awesome Werewolf. And he says, correct. Wait, I'm actually on the show? Is there a hidden camera somewhere? Sweet, I'm gonna win some cash. I'm not even worried about what the ash part means. I mean, I'm super smart. I'm gonna win. The next question was, what do SCP-018, 2094, and 4082 have in common? How the hell would I know that? I don't even know who or what SCP-94, 2082, and 1840 are. I'm screwed. I would be if I wasn't so brainish. My IQ, not to brag, but my IQ was measured to be in the mid-70s. That's like 70 times smarter than the average person. So I can figure this out, I think. And I think. Then it comes to me, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so simple. How did I not think of this before? They all have never been in my kitchen, I say proudly. That at least made the geek flinch. And he stands there for a full minute, not saying anything. I'm like, come on, make it with the question 3 already. I got things to do, which I do. It's almost 1:30, which is scratching time. That's when I start to feel really hot. Next thing I know, I'm in the studio. Everything is really dark except the stage, and Urkel is just standing there and doing nothing. I go up to him and I'm like, dude, where am I? And, where are my clothes? Yeah, I woke up naked. Again. It happens way more than you'd think. Doogie Howser is ignoring me though. Okay, alright, that's what you want. Challenge accepted. No one can ignore me for long. So I give him the full court press. I start with my go-to, which is singing. I have quite the lovely singing voice. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. I'm fantastic, made of plastic. Come on, Barbie, let's go, Barbie. Ooh, ah, ee, oh. Skolnick doesn't respond audibly, but it looks like he threw up in his mouth a bit. I know that look. I've seen it about 1,000,000 times. I offer him a breath mint, but then I tell him I left it in my other pants. That's when I start to feel hot again. Like way worse than before. I'm on fire! Crap! You know, I should probably eat less greasy foods.
The entity D-1589 keeps referring to with all these colorful nicknames is in fact the host of SCP-263. Also known as SCP-263-1. In all our experiments, he has never reacted to anything except a wrong answer and an attempt at cheating. All other attempts at questioning or engagement with SCP-263-1 have resulted in failure.
I wake up and nothing has changed. Oh, hell no. This jerk just burnt me to death? Well, joke's on him. I'm not gonna let a little thing like self-immolation stop me. I'm just getting started. I go right back up to Twilight Sparkle and give him some of my best material. Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Knock, 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 knock. I do that for like 20 minutes straight. Dude still doesn't break. Alright, fine. I'll get it. Who's there? Moo. 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 Fine. Moo who? An interrupting sheep! Oh man. That's when Thelma messed up. He rolled his eyes at me. Time to pull out the big gun. The piece de resistance. A surefire way to make sure anyone talks. You look like you could really use a hug, I say. And a look of pure horror comes across his face as he slowly turns to glare at me. That's when I start to feel a bit hot again, but it ain't working no more. Don't worry, Michael Anthony Hall. People love my hugs, I laugh to him. He runs, and I give chase.
I wasn't going to interject, but try and picture that. A 203-kilogram naked werewolf chasing SCP-263-1 around the stage of an old-fashioned TV studio. I would pay to see that, as long as they have the blur in the right place.
So I'm running around with a little bit flopping in the breeze, and I catch this guy and give him a big old hug. He screams, "Get away from me!" And I win. I made Carlton talk to me. I squeeze him a little tighter and I ask, "So, what does the guy need to do to get out of this place?" He cried. Yeah, Potsy was crying and screaming. Dude must really hate physical contact. Finally, he whimpers out, "Let me go and I'll send you back." Next thing I know, here I am. Alright, maybe it's a stretch, but hear me out. I think we should call this one a win. Sure, I might have died like 7 or 20 times. Yeah, I left some of that out because it wasn't important to the report. At least a tie, right?
D-1589 was returned naked, with a note pinned to his back that he somehow did not notice. The note read, "Please accept this complimentary prize on the condition he is never allowed near the show again." D-1589 was holding a dark blue diamond weighing in at 19.43 carats, valued at approximately $70 million. Apparently the point of this experiment was to see if D-1589 could elicit a reaction from SCP-263-1, something that had never happened before. While the experiment was successful, I still think the risk was too great. What if he had not been returned? Luckily, he was, and is still available for more experiments. If you have a suggestion for an SCP you would like to see D-1589 interact with, please file it below in the comment thread. Thank you for your attention, and have a great day.